Little bitch drum on with the pack. I can tell you how I'm feeling, but it really don't mean nothing. Everybody come around when the money going up, little bit.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm headed out for a little cruise tonight, and I'm gonna check out the low light settings. You may have noticed that I have never done a night video, and that is because the first time I ever tried it on the Hero 7 Black, it looked like complete shit at night. It was trying to auto adjust and all kinds of crazy things, and it was just super grainy. So I'm just gonna give it a shot tonight and see what goes on. It's 8 o'clock at night and it's starting to get dark. As long as your head hasn't been under a rock, you've heard about all the flooding going on in town. In the United States, actually, I think like everywhere, straight up and down from us, the flooding is crazy. I know we've had the sirens go off like probably 10 times at my pad just in the last 7 days, and I've had to take shelter. Well, my family has, at least. I've been outside in the front yard, of course, trying to record, trying to get some video of a tornado. I'm trying to see a tornado. The area you've seen in our videos, any of us that do motovlogging here in Tulsa, we always drive around where the tunnels are, and that is a street called Riverside Drive, and it's right alongside the Arkansas River. So the river is so high right now that the water is overflowing, and there's parts of Riverside Drive that are actually shut down. I was driving through the flooded part of the street on the Grom, and I didn't quite realize exactly how deep it was, and there was one point where I stopped hearing my exhaust, and that's a pretty substantial sound because the exhaust I have on here is loud as fuck. You can't really hear it in the videos for the most part, I don't think. From super loud to quiet, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. And I had quite a bit, probably like 2 cups of water in my intake. You don't think about that stuff when you're about to do some crazy shit. So I went ahead and did an oil change today. And that brings me to another point. I always see people talking about, what kind of oil do you use in your Grom? Well, it's a Grom. It's 9 horsepower, a little bitty engine. These things fucking last forever. I'm at 9,358 miles on mine with the stock cylinder, rings, piston, everything. And I honestly, in my personal opinion, I don't think it freaking matters what kind of oil you use. No, dealership is closed by now, and I just went to the auto parts store, and they had some Lucas oils, 10W40. And I don't hear about anybody using Lucas oils, but I know they use that shit in like 3,000 horsepower drag cars and shit like that. So I understand it's probably not the same formula, but I'm just saying it's got to be decent oil. Good enough for the Grom, I'm sure. However, when I went in and put my clutch springs in, 70? Everybody loves the Grom. What was I talking about? I put the clutch springs in like probably a month ago, and I changed the oil at that time, and I put a magnetic drain plug in there, and when I just changed the oil, there was a bunch of shit, a bunch of metal shavings on that plug. So may not be too long before I got to do a ring and piston in here, but I'm not worried about it. It's like 130 bucks. I'm squidding it out tonight. I'm riding in shorts, got some fucking tennis shoes on with no socks. It's hot. I was riding around earlier today, and you can see the color difference in my arm from my leg. My arms are pretty roasted. I'm gonna go down to Riverside Drive. I don't know if it's gonna be too dark by the time we get down there to see it or not. We're gonna go down and check out the flooded area, see what it looks like today. Depending on the weather, you know, if it keeps raining and gets crazy, they're gonna have to, I told you earlier, it's 250,000 gallons per second. They might have to take it up to 300,000. So if that's the case, then they really, basically they have no choice but to flood us down here. There's one area called Muskogee, and I saw some pictures from there, and there's like big ass houses where it's like up to the base of the roof. That shit's completely flooded. I think the entire town of Muskogee is evacuated. I think the next problem they got here in town, when I was watching on the news today, they were talking about some levees. The water is, what I could tell from the drone pictures, it's almost up to the top of the levee, and they're not worried about it coming over the levee yet, at least. They're actually worried about the levee failing. So if any one of those levees fails, that's gonna like completely wipe out a bunch of neighborhoods. So my understanding is that's the biggest concern right now. Here you can see straight in front of me this park area, or whatever you want to call it. They got that blocked off. There's been a grip of people down here. Look at it, look at this right here. That's normally a park. That's normally a park right there. And that shit's flooded out already, and this is right next to the road I'm on. This same area right here yesterday, or a couple days ago, when I drove past here, there were people out here canoeing in this shit. This is like a huge attraction here in Tulsa now. It's all kinds of shit to do here, but this thing is shut down. It's normally packed right about now. Some people playing at the higher basketball courts here still, but I don't think they're supposed to be, because I think it's closed. The Gathering Place, there you go, that's what this place is called, the Gathering Place. Look it up. There's all kinds of people out here right now because they are just checking out the flood. Another thing that's crazy, I haven't heard them going off today, but there are flood sirens too. So besides just the tornado sirens we've been having, then we switched over to flood sirens, and they sound different. They sound a little crazy. I don't know how to explain it, but that was new to me for sure. And you should not be able to see this water right here, but you can. It's literally right next to this path that these people are walking on right now. I'm gonna try to stand up here so you can see how close it is. See, that shit is right here next to this main path. If that comes up over this and goes on this road in more places, it's gonna be fucking crazy. And there's some big ass nice houses right here too. This road that I'm driving on right now is shut down just up here. Just a little ways up here. I'm gonna look right here. I'm gonna see if we can get this recorded. I just wanna, oh shit, there's people playing music down here? Are these people swimming? What are they doing? They say don't swim in this water, don't get in there, because this shit's nasty. There's like, look how close this is. There's like fucking trees and shit floating down here. It's nasty. Somebody's smoking some ganja down here. And see, normally see where all this area is down there. You can normally walk out there. Obviously we can't now, but you can normally walk right down there. You can normally go down like 3 levels right there. This shit is super high. I think it's like, I know the lake for one is like, oh my god, I'm about to get stoned walking through here. People are, this is what you do in Tulsa now apparently. When it's flooded, you go down by the river and play music and smoke weed. I gotta get out of here before I get contact high or some shit. There we go, right here. Look, you see the water. Yep, there it is. It's right up to the path almost right here. Ah, shit. I'm gonna get a ticket. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's check it out. Hopefully I don't get in trouble. Look, there's ducks on the flooded path. Look, see the road's straight up closed right here. Shit's flooded. It's fucking nuts. This water is all over. Ducks are loving it, obviously. Look at this shit. There's a path that's supposed to go right down through the middle of that. And it's gone. Tulsa police. Obviously somebody else broke through that barricade already. It wasn't me. I just drove through it. I didn't break no tape. This is the hottest attraction in Tulsa right now. Come check out the flood. Flowing water is cool. Dude's over there. You can see the little lights. Dude's over there flying a drone. Had to get the battery changed out here. Any of you that are GoPro owners, you may understand this, but of course when I got this camera I was all excited about the 4K 60 frames per second, and then I realized that that shit fucking drains the battery quick, like. And so when we go on these big rides, like my last video I think it was the Grom takeover, the big ride through town with all the visitors and everything. There's quite, even though that was like a 20-minute video, there's quite a bit of it that I didn't even get recorded, because by the time we would get to stopping spots, my battery just tapped out. It just died. But you may say, like everybody else did, why are you recording in 4K 60 frames per second? Nobody watches it in that, because everybody's watching YouTube videos on some Grom Squad. Everybody's watching YouTube videos on their phone. And I don't know. I did a little test, and the only reason I did the test is because I wanted to do a certain video, and I wanted to do 240 frames per second, and I could only do that if I put it on 1080. So I recorded this video, and in my opinion, the video was complete shit compared to what I'm used to. With the 4K, just the insane clarity that this thing has. If you're watching on your phone right now, if you've got like your computer screen or some shit that is 4K, pull it up on there and watch it and compare it to, well, the majority of other motovloggers you see out there, because I think most of them, except I think one of the only ones I know of that for sure records in 4K is Walter Riffick, I think it is, if I'm recalling right. I haven't looked for a long time. But most people just record in 1080, it seems. And I don't know. Once you're used to watching the 4K, it looks like shit to me. So I'm gonna stick with the 4K. And I'm going to try to figure out some way. The kid's waving. I'm going to try to figure out a way that I can hook a battery up. A little wheelie wheelie for the kid. Kids love wheelies. So anyways, oh, here you can see this better now, maybe. I'm gonna go, holy shit. This is so, that bridge is completely underwater. I'm going to, oh, that's crazy. They just got like some electric barricades. You see that flashing red stuff back there? They just come up out of the ground. I was wondering how they supposedly close the place. All they do is hear some more. These things are just in the ground and they come up, I guess. I've been meaning to go out just around my neighborhood at night and try recording to see if it's worth making a nighttime video for you guys. And I'm really hoping, not just for the sake of this video, but for future videos, that this quality is really good, because a lot of the time, especially now that it's really nice out, even at night when it's dark, we're doing all our hooligan shit in the night, and we go out riding with dirt bikes and groms and whatever else comes along, and are tearing up the streets in the evening. So there could be some really good videos at night, and you're definitely not going to be able to see this part, but because of that massive quantity of water that's coming out of the dam, the current out here in this river is crazy. It's like super fast. Man, there just should not be water right here. It's a beautiful sight right there. American flag. Memorial Day weekend. Remembering all those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. I don't know what building that is, but they still got the lights on, and the water is up to the side of it. I might get yelled at by security. Look at these trucks going around in the water. They're waving me on. Hey, you can't come in here. Look at that shit. There's a security line all the way around here. You can't be trying to get into a casino. Look right here. You might not be able to see this, but that shit is halfway up. The whole parking garage right here is underwater. Damn, it's like every 16th of a mile. Freaking security guard's place. And oh, yeah, more security there. Look at that. That's a parking lot. So anyways, that's the end of the flood tour for today. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here for now. And if anything substantial beyond this happens, I'm gonna come back down here and record again, make another video to show you guys. But just hope that it doesn't come to that. So on that note, I'm gonna end the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Do what you do. I'm out. Peace.
But it really don't mean nothing. So I'm on this bitch, I've been floating. Think of the world as a potent. Don't try to drown in this ocean, the water is deep and it's filled with opponents. Little bitch, strong arm with the pack, I can tell you how I'm feeling, but it really don't mean nothing.